It's after work, you're in rush hour traffic, watching your phone. I don't know. What's everybody up to? Another Monday. Just got off work, going live for a little bit before the big standard issue Monday Night Lives kickoff. Just want to see what everyone's up to tonight. What'd you get into over the weekend? What are your New Year's plans? What's up, Big T? How's it going? What's going on, Marco? What you up to today? Lovely Monday. Got to work all week. I work today, tomorrow, and then I got New Year's Eve off. I wonder how many people get New Year's Eve off, or New Year's Day. Not Eve, my bad. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. And I do work tomorrow.
Tomorrow's New Year's Eve.
Holy God.
And I do work tomorrow.
I don't like that. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, B Shady? What are you up to? We don't play that game in here, Big T. I'll answer your questions and we can talk about knives or maybe some other various topics that we might get into, but we don't play the, oh, can you say this, can you say that, or you say my name or things like that. Not interested. Too many people come on here on the lives and they're trying to get you to say stupid stuff, and it's not worth my time. We got a scat musician. We do, Alex. How's it going, bud? What's going on, Cassius? Marco, it's obviously here. You guys have to work on New Year's Day. I don't have anything going on. Oh, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I'm just saying we skip that stuff around here. What's going on, Oscar, Levi, and the Pawns? There are a few of us here on Mondays. Generally, you never know. I've been doing these vertical lives kind of before KC and Rob go on, but they don't go on till like 6:30, 7 o'clock-ish. But yeah, just like to get on, hang out, look at some new stuff. Look what I made today. Tell me that's interesting-ish. Live stream police. Got this guy on a watch list. We might all be on some type of list from someone's. What's everybody carrying today? I have a great one here. My DVO tall boy. Have not carried this anywhere near as much as I should since I got it. These went they sold out within 30 minutes of going on sale. This is the Blade Binge dark mode version. I love it. S9DV on the blade. Great action. Flicks out nice. Feels really good. Double set of jimps. I love a tall stack of jimps. Big T's got a Vosteed raccoon. Boom. I'm digging it. Cash's got his Demco AD 20.5 with some OG goat scales. I would like to do that. I've considered that. I have the standard issue. Wow. Demco. I would like to get the better version, titanium, the bigger pivot. I thought about maybe upgrading this, but then I might just leave this one as is, and if I'm going to get ready for that upgrade, just get in and get that one that has the bigger pivot on it, or try to find someone who's selling that old school 20, the original 20, the big boy with some titanium. I don't know, I might have an extra $600 tearing a hole in my pocket. That Demco is great. The shark lock on there is good. Speaking of shark locks, one of my more recent, my Christmas present from myself to myself. I got this. This is the Flytanium Arcade. Has that same shark lock on there. It almost looks like, whoops, like it's the exact same lock. Like you could maybe swap those out. I don't know why you would, but it's, you know, it almost looks like they just took the exact same piece and then designed it into the arcade. Pawns, Sup, Tri-State in the pocket today. Can't wait for him to drop a budget version so I don't feel guilty taking it to work. Didn't you win something yesterday, Pons? I feel like you were one of the winners yesterday. For some reason, that just shot into my brain. But yeah, Tri-State did a big giveaway yesterday. God, I think it was about 30 things. A couple of trucks. I love that harvester. I've got the S35VN big pivot. That is nice. Alex, mini growler. Does the mini growler look good to me? It looks good to me. Welcome from Russia. What's going on, Darkness? People ask if I've got Russian. I know I have the one. Dagger knives. Oh yeah, Pons, you are the big winner. You won the prototype. That's right. See now that's gonna be pretty sweet. Good on you. Good on you. That was a fun time. Nice little Sunday afternoon for sure. Even though I didn't win, it's okay. I actually won. It was last year. Crap. But yeah, the Tri-State last year I won this. This is the Baltic Blades. Crap. I can't remember what it's called. It's the name of a snake. Henry won the truck? Dude. I love that truck. So you have two and you still want to get a third. Well, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Yeah, I can't remember what this was, but I won this one last year. This is a cool, it's small, slicey little thing. But yeah, the Baltic Blades. Something snake something. So it's cool. I won something last year. You don't need to win something every year, right? Henry won the truck though. That is dope. Got to catch them all. I want to get one of the ultum ones, dude. A pistachio one sounds fantastic to me, no doubt. What's up, Knives or Life? What are you getting into on a Monday night? I'm chilling. I actually ordered 2 more of these. The Rough Rider Apta. Listen to that. It just feels great in the hand, but sounds crazy. This is the Apta cleaver with the copper handle. I ordered another one like this with the brass handle, so I can shipwreck both of them. And we can kind of do a compare and contrast the differences between copper and brass. Maybe I'll do the same kind of technique and see what the variations are. The Angus, I think that sounds right, James. Baltic Blades Angus. Is that I swear it was like a snake type of thing. Is that sounds right though. I think you're right. You don't even have a single ultum knife, the Pons. So your first one could be Cole's. I mean, that's click clack. Click clack. Dude, I ordered 2 more of these. So yeah, I got a copper one here. I ordered the brass one, and then I ordered the blue micarta with the Warncliffe blade. So I don't know if they all are going to have this same clickety clack to it. But yeah, that thing is great. I cannot wait to do some shipwreck to it. Is it 3 a.m. on QVC? Bringing me back. Exactly, Mario. Exactly. Oh, that's good stuff. So, Pons, you have no ultum. You've only had this addiction for 11 months. What are you up to in 11 months, though? That's the big Q. I've gotten a lot of these in the last 11 months, I'll tell you. I mean, I had quite a few. I was probably pushing 100 before then. What's up, Leafy? Joe? But no ultum. So my most recent ultum, I guess you could call this ultum, that insert. It's only a small little bit of ultum on my arcade, but I've got the arcade in ultum. I don't know where any of them are. My most recent before that one was this, the little teeny concept mini Main Street in ultum. I think this looks amazing in the ultum. It shows off that spring and the holes. Only problem is the crossbar lock, when it's so small, it's so close to wanting to cut my hand that it makes it a little harder for me to open and close this. But as far as small knives go, that thing is sick. The ultum looks really nice on it. I have the ultum Kubi Quakin. I need to get the ultum Towser K. What's up, Justin? I have not ordered it yet. I have the ultum Hector with the black liners and the S90V. Look at the Look at the way that contrasts with the black and the satin S90. Dude, that just super cool on that ultum. I have the ultum Assassin with the also a black liner, but it's got the fried pattern on it. I have the ultum Titius, the old Kubi. This is probably one of my favorite chunks of ultum right here. I do have a couple buck tens, Bob. I'll show those in just a second. Trying to get through all my ultums really fast. I love the Kubi Titius. That is probably one of my top knives. Really good stuff. I think I got at least one more. Another big boy. This is the Bull Tusk with the Damascus and ultum Civivi Bull Tusk. What's up, Mick? Robo Steve. Oh, I'm here. I'm new here. I put the cereal in first and then the milk. And then when it is all out of cereal but a little milk, I add more cereal to said milk. Had a Mediterranean bone jig sod buster and a lime Barlow show up from Case. I thought you already got the blue sod buster, Justin. Didn't I already see a video on that? Did you order more? You ordered more already? All right, I have two buck 110s right here. Who was asking about that? Bob. This is the one that has a little bit of use to it, but if you look, buck 110 2 USA, and this one is also a buck 110 2 USA, which means these were made between 1974 and 1979. Look at how pristine this one is. That blade is flawless. Flawless. A little dirty, but look at that edge. Never sharpened, never chipped, barely even used. 50 years old. Can you believe it? That's the only reason I ended up picking up this one, so I could actually beat on one. I got this and realized, it was like, wow, that thing is so nice. I need to have one to kind of mess with. Michael, do you have any Benchmade? I do. Not a big Benchmade fan. I think they're overpriced for what you get. But I do have a tagged out. This is like the Bug Out's big brother. The hunting brother of the tagged out. Or the Bug Out is the tagged out. A little bit bigger. I really like the handle and the shape, everything on this. The action is nice, but it's too light. They designed these to be light, but I'm not a fan of that. I'm thinking about maybe some aftermarket scales one day. Titanium, just to give this some beef, and I'd probably enjoy it significantly more than I do now. I do have a couple knives from Lanyard Man I'll be sending back pretty soon. One of them is this Benchmade. This is the Osborne with a nice shipwreck to it. Boom. And I got another one of his Benchmades laying around here somewhere. Oh, there's a couple right here. Since you asked, they're not mine, on loan. Here's the mini Osborne. Definitely gotten some use. Check that blade out. Gotten some work out of it. This is a copper mini Osborne. Dan Stan, what's up? I just sold 2 of those shipwrecks. The most recent 2, or actually no, that really big Rough Rider Warncliffe one I just sold, and then I also sold the QSP Penguin shipwreck. So here's that. What is this? Half partial immunity, full immunity. Whatever it is, something immunity. Loving them shipwrecks. This was like one of my first ones that I still have. Really good color on that Civivi X-Arc. But what I say it every time I do a custom. If I do a custom and I like it, this is the concept accipiter. You know, I could keep it, but if someone says, oh, hey, I really like that laser mark feather pattern you did on that accipiter, is it for sale? Then I will sell it to them. I don't need to be selling tons of knives to try to make money. I have my other main full-time job. This is just a hobby that I love dearly. So if someone wants one of my customs, they like it, I'll just use that money, buy a couple more knives, do another one. Here's a cheap $6 Ozark Trail. I did the acid etched 2-tone on there with those little kind of stripes. Not sure if I like the stripes, but you got to experiment. And then I did the white laser mark snowflakes on that aluminum handle. Kind of a fun little treat. What a click. I gotta shipwreck this one soon. It might jump the line. Might jump the line. It bought a fast pass to shipwreck. Although now that I think about it, because I ordered the brass one, this one's the copper one. So they sell it in brass and copper. A lot of people have asked about the differences in shipwrecking brass versus copper. What seems to be, you know, sometimes there's a couple that I've done where when I bought it, the Penguin, they said that was copper. But in the video, a bunch of people replied, they're like, I think that's brass. That's brass. You said it's copper, but it's brass. And I don't know the perfect telltale sign other than when I've looked at most of them, which I don't really have good anything bare to show. The copper tends to be darker looking. Here's my copper Towser K. This is really dark, but also I'm going to buff that off. I'll use the Sabatoru stones to clean that up. That kind of has a patina that they put on there and darken that copper up a little bit. Mickey called dibs on what? Robo. Did Gronzo ever buy that small shipwreck like mine? No one's bought any of those small ones. What's Mick claiming? What am I missing here? Levi has one Benchmade Griptilian, way too light. Put aftermarket scales and it feels much better. Yeah, that's what I think, is those light ones, for me, should be louder. Mick, are you called dibs? Oh, you calling dibs on after I shipwreck this bad boy? Or maybe if you want, because I'm thinking, because I ordered the brass one. So I might set up a bigger container and put the copper and the brass ones in together so that they both have a similar kind of a reactive environment, and then see what the difference is. And then potentially, you know, maybe you might like the copper one better than the brass one, or the brass one better than the copper one. But I mean, I can give you first dibs. I'm cool with that. But yeah, Robo, no one bought, or I gave away. Shoot. Oh, it's over there. Oh, and there's that one. Because I've done 3 of these. Robo has one. The little Rough Rider lockbacks. Robo has the one. I gave another one away. I can't remember who has the other one. Oh, that was for my, we did Secret Santas and BEDC. was who I got. And so I gave them, we all had little wish lists if you wanted to make. And he had a wish list for one of these, the Nipex kind of pliers. And so I bought him the Nipex pliers, but then I also took one of my little Rough Riders like this and some stickers and threw those in there with it. So he has the other one. This is my third one. I have 3 more that I'm going to do. And actually, one of them is right here. Focus. Fresh out off the ship. Extra blue on that one though. It turned out good. Pretty happy with it. And then I did another one. I did my little. Oh yeah, Justin, if you're still in here, I did my Kershaw cinder, the copper cinder. I did that one, so that one's gonna be. It's still in pieces, and I got to put it back together. But it also turned out very blue. All the cracks in the cinder. I can show you the black one. Justin and I are cinder brothers. This is the little mini Kershaw cinder, but you can see the handle has that kind of groove cut into it. The groove for the Shipwreck filled with blue. Like the grooves are all like totally blue. It turned out pretty cool. I'm excited for it. Does the Shipwreck treatment wear off easy? No, it's permanent. It's permanent. So what you're doing is you're creating a patina. Where did I put that other one? I just had it. Dan. Idiot. Didn't I pick them both up? And then I set them both down. One of them is here. Losing my brain. I didn't walk out there with it. Christ. But you're physically making that wear. That is actually the metal itself. What you're doing is you're adding the ammonia and the salt, and it's literally breaking down into the surface. So if you look at like this is like kind of more of a bare surface right there by my index finger. And then you can get all these different flashes of colors and stuff with different chemicals. But it is literally breaking down that surface. I'll put a little clear coat on it. Lanyard Man, you recognize this? You're going to get it back soon. I put a clear coat on it because it helps protect it and kind of helps make the colors pop a little bit. Plus, it will basically seal it down as far as copper will still continue to patina. And so as you hold it, if you didn't put a clear coat or anything on there, as you hold it and use it, you will kind of continue to darken it and change it. So I might experiment with one without clear coating it, but I kind of like the clear coat, just kind of helps lock everything in and kind of protect it, keep it how it is. But it is kind of a permanent treatment to the metal, which is really cool. Show what? Oh, well, it's not complete. Yeah, we're good enough here. Yeah. There's one. But see how it like bled into the grooves and basically filled those grooves completely in with the blue, and then it stayed. Right? This one especially, you can tell. But I'll probably put another layer or two of clear coat on that. And then get it put back together. So depending if I get it edited out. If I get it edited out, then I'll probably have that one posted tomorrow. What did I use clear coat wise? It's I've used a couple. On the last few, I've been using this. just a Rust-Oleum matte clear. You can also get like a gloss clear, but it will be different. So depending on the surface that you want, if you want it to be really shiny and glossy, you get yourself a gloss, but I like the matte because it just kind of keeps it more natural looking. Don't clear. Justin says, don't clear. Jeff Hamilton, I appreciate that. It all works in progress. It's all learning experience. I look forward to doing more. Yeah, I'm sure you saw I was really enjoying that Rough Rider, the really big Rough Rider with the Warncliffe blade. That one turned out really, really cool. And, you know, I sold it. I shipped it. It's shipped. He'll be getting it soon, so someone else gets to enjoy it. I've already ordered a couple other knives to continue doing some more. What's going on, Watch City? I appreciate it, though, Jeff. Thank you. I will keep working at it, seeing what else we can learn. It's so much fun. So it can wear in more. Yeah, Justin, I agree. I should try that as well. Maybe on the next one of these that I do, I won't put a clear coat on it, and then I'll carry it every day for like a month. I'll just put it in my fifth pocket, take it out and open it a few times every day and put it back so that I'm getting that natural oil and natural touch to it. See, and then maybe I'll do like some photos, you know, like daily shot from the same angle and see how it develops or changes. Or I kind of want to do one where just cover it with fingerprints and then put it in the chemical treatment and see, because those fingerprints are there and you can see them. You could almost make a pattern of fingerprints. I don't know if they'd end up being too thin and kind of fade out, or they would become enhance. Interested in trying it. I've watched several videos of like jewelry. There are one of the good ones I liked is this lady that does jewelry. She makes earrings and different things out of chunks of like brass or copper. And so what she'll do is she'll take like a square of copper and then patina it and then fold and cut it into like a flower and make like earrings and jewelry stuff or things like that with it. And she had a lot of different experiments with adding more salt, adding less salt, leaving it for an extra day, leaving it for 3 days, adding more ammonia, adding, you know, cider with apple cider or just the plain cider or vinegar. All types of different things. So it's good. To me, it's fun. I want to experiment more. I hope the ting stays the same after the shipwreck. I can't see why. I mean, I don't know why it does, but I can't see what would make that go away. But man, that ting is pristine. I mean, you got a nice slip joint and it's just solid. Doesn't really make much noise at all. Although I've been enjoying this Rosecraft Stinking Creek sow belly for a while now. D2. Boom. Any butterfly knives? I have one trainer now right here. This is the Squid Industries Mako V5. I need to practice. I've been kind of looking at some videos, trying to learn some stuff. Starting to get a few different ideas going. Trying to learn some just simple techniques so that I can get on to some faster, more interesting, fun tricks. But I don't know tricks very well, so it's something that I'm going to be working on. I'll probably post some videos soon. Trying these backwards things. Boom. Very fun. Very much excited to kind of progress, learn some fun tricks, mess around a little bit. I need to practice, though. I need to watch some more videos. I've seen a lot of them out there, and I've seen some guys that are really good. that you can see they do it a lot. And I'm into it. So I'm going to start messing around, having some fun. Watch City Knives. Denim Jean Micarta Warncliffe makes a very similar sound. Not exactly, but you'd be surprised how acoustic it is compared to yours. It's still loud. Interesting. Well, I have that one coming, and then I have the brass one. So I'll have 3 of those Aptas, probably, I guess, it'll be here in about a week, so we can compare and contrast. I'm almost also wondering, someone had asked that they wondered if you could swap the blades. So I might try to put the Warncliffe blade on one just to see if they are interchangeable. Although I think this blade looks really cool too. Not sharp on that end, but it does feel nice. Slice it, chop it, fry some eggs. Now this one has that sharp tip. I'm pretty excited about this chisel tip right here on this Cricut, the Razzle. This was a gift from family. I think they did a great job. The micarta with the red accents, D2, fixed blade, super thick stock, double set of jimps. A chisel tip? I'm going to be chisel tipping. What? I don't know. But I'm gonna. Stick with trainers for a while, Gabe. I don't plan on getting any, or I already lost that one. Oh wait, no. I don't need to be ever really using a real one to do anything too crazy. I'm not really into that. The more I see the chisel Cricut, the more I like it. I'll keep showing it. Gotta add that face to it though as well. It's the only way. I haven't carried this one as much as Beast, the Molesec Jungle. They're coming out with more colors of these. Molesec's been coming out with some cool stuff. They are a new company this year. Boom. I like the handle, a G10 handle, 14C28N on a beast of a blade. Randy! What's up, Randy? How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Oh, I'm tired. Seems like I've been just busting butt, all types of crazy stuff lately. Been so busy just running around, haven't had a lot of free time. It's fine. Who's got off for New Year's? Anybody got tomorrow off? I think I know a few people, teachers and stuff, that might not have to work through the end of next or through this week. I have off on Wednesday, so that's nice. I'll have to just light it up on Tuesday night. New Year's Eve. What's everyone's plans? My plans are nothing. I'm contemplating just going live and hanging out with everybody. Both days. Oh, yeah. Mikey Trails. What do you got going on? Gonna hang with some family? Mikey, I got stuff I'm sending back to you soon here. On its way. But we do have to do some work to his scales. I'm not sure how we're going to do it yet. They're over there. But Mikey sent me some knives to check out along with, this is mine, along with his Kizer like this, that the Dogfish. So we're going to do some type of laser mark / I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be able to do. It's aluminum. I have a good laser mark that we could make a really nice white mark on there. Or we could do a removal back to silver. I think the white would probably look better. But yeah, we're going to try to find something cool to do with it. Make the scales look interesting. But they already are cool because they have that circle pattern, which is also a raised up texture. Titanium. You want to start a lawn dart club? You can get in on my disc golf club if you want. You just have to be here. That's the only thing that's keeping you from hanging out. You're certainly welcome. Just make it look badass, he says. Yes. Yes. Comments. Let me know, though, what would be a kind of cool pattern to crosshatch over the top of this. The question is the laser mark's going to be interesting because it's going to be mildly two-tone-ish, I would guess, because we have the raised up area, the lowered area. So if I just did a pattern across that, the laser is marking on a surface that's like this, right? And so when the laser's hitting the high spots versus the low spots, it's not going to hit them the same. And you can't program it to switch like that. Like if I had two things that were like this and like this, you could have it mark here and then raise and mark there. But when it's like up, down, up, down, up, down in a curve pattern like that, you're pretty much pattern in the lower area for two colors. You also got to understand that anything like a pattern that's going to coincide with this pattern that's already here, I would have to draw that. And you have to draw that in CAD. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know that trying to draw something that would only go in the lower portion would be hours. Hours. I don't know. I might have to just make something that goes over the whole thing and then you just hit it and then try to find a setting that's kind of in between the two to get as uniform as possible. Color line, two colors. This is aluminum, it's not titanium, so I can't do any colors, Justin. Aluminum anodizing is a completely different process that my company and I have never done. And since this is aluminum, I can do like this. I can do a laser mark on it. Right? I could do this exact same white setting and I could put those over the top of this. But I can't add any color to this. This is black aluminum, so it's either going to be black or the bare aluminum color or the laser mark setting color, which is going to be whites and grays. And I mean, you wouldn't do black over this because it wouldn't really show up. It would probably be a brownish black that would kind of resemble the color that it is now. You have to draw it in cadmium. Powder coat. I don't do powder coating. Tape off the sections you don't want with the laser hitting. Okay, so how do I tape off sections you don't want to hit on a pattern like that? It's feasibly possible. I could use a Cricut machine and print some vinyl. Although one layer of vinyl might not protect from the laser mark. That would be extremely complex, is what we're getting at. I'd love to powder coat something. I'd love to do, what are the other things like Cerakote? There's a few different things that can be done. Tape it all, then cut away parts of the tape. Problem with that is then when you're cutting, you have to cut through the tape, which means you're leaving a cut mark on the actual handle as well. So then you would have to cut it off this and then put it on and peel off sections. Ooh. It already takes me 9 months to do a custom. You need to make it take me like 3 years. We don't want to keep it that long. I got to finish Stacy's first. Although we did find some cool stuff. That's the biggest part. The biggest part of any of my custom stuff is the design, coming up with what we're doing. If someone now were just like, oh, hey, can you put that snowflake pattern on my aluminum mini pyrite? They send me a blue mini pyrite, and I can take it into work and set the Z height and knock that thing out in 5 seconds. But when someone's like, oh, we want to come up with a pattern, like, oh, look at that, the wing pattern on there. You know, I spent a couple hours refining and working on that to get it to work. Or the agave print, that's a mirror image. So the white is the laser mark, the silver is the actual handle. So that's a CJRB agave with an agave print on it. So I had to spend a couple hours working on that design, and then bringing it in and then seeing what the laser does to it, and then be like, oh, I need to change the settings on it from the laser. Can you reverse the pattern and almost make it look like snake skin? Maybe. Maybe. That's an idea. The tough thing is going to be getting something to line up with the pattern that's already there. Making a new pattern, what I usually do is I create the design. So like this design, I took it apart and then I just let my design bleed off the edges. So when I made the design, I made like a perfectly even like rectangle of the design, and then you put the part in the middle of the rectangle, and then just let it bleed off all the sides. If I were to try to make it so it fit on there perfectly, now you have to line up all these little spots and little areas, when it's better to just make your pattern into a rectangle that's just slightly larger than the item that you're doing, like the feathers. That was actually the whole wing. So the whole wing laser mark was probably, you know, about like that. And then I can kind of take this, and what I tell you all my little secrets, but I laser mark a piece that's already down on the table, so then you can see where it's going to go, because the pilot light doesn't really show you as many details like this. But then you can kind of see what you're looking at, and then you can take the part that you're going to mark and actually lay it in the area of the pattern that you're looking to do. Thank you for subscribing, German. Put little lids on the scales while you laser it and make planetscapes. I have all my little cups, except for the planetscape paintings. Have you done that, Justin? I'm sure you have before. I've done that quite a few times. It's actually pretty fun. But you'd have to get little teeny little caps. It'd be like little pen caps or something, because you know, even something bigger than like that hole right there, it's going to take up a lot of space on a handle. But that is kind of fun. Put little teeny little... And you could almost maybe make a circle so that it partially hit that cap, right? So if you put like a ball cap over a section and then have a laser mark circle that is just about this edge size of that, so that it's hitting the part and that ball that's sitting on top of it at the same time, and probably give you some flashes as it's going around, and it'll leave you kind of an even line on the inside and kind of a blurred out line on the outside. You might be able to try some fun stuff like that. Ken Fixed in the house. What's up, Ken? Sorry I didn't stop by. Got off work. Came home. Did a couple things. Working on a shipwreck. Then was like, I should go live for an hour, and now we're here. Bring me live tomorrow, like we go on together. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna go live. Usually, like tomorrow, we have disc golf league. I don't know if that's going on tomorrow or not. So I'm going to have to check and see if that is. Because if it is, maybe some people might not go because it's New Year's. Although we usually get done by 6 or 7. So if you're going to a party, you'd still be able to get there. If I do go live, it would either be at the putting league or potentially PK's league. That's right, Dave. Good old kpleagues.com. Yeah, and then on my way home, I might listen to Tri-States Live is Tuesday nights. So I try not to go live like Mondays. I want to get done before bees and And Case, or no, Bees isn't tonight. He was on, when did I was over the top of him on like a Friday. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. I try to get in and get out before some of the main regular lives are. Plus, I can just send people over there. You know, my influence might send 2 people into a live that they already were going to go to in the first place. No drinking out on New Year's Eve. Cops everywhere. Yeah, I'm not a big... I mean, I like a couple of drinks, but I don't really pound it, you know what I mean? I go to a friend's and might have a couple. We go out for putting league and I usually have a couple. Sometimes I might have 3, but if I have 3, it's usually because I ordered food. But I usually don't hit it too hard. Who has time and or cares enough to go to a New Year's Eve party anymore? We are old, right? You can just go home and just hang out at home. It's so true. It's so true. But I don't know, a lot of times, you know, if like our buddy D is having a party, we could go over there and hang out. It'd be like a chill 10 to 20 people, maybe a little bonfire, hanging out, have a couple beers with some friends. People would bring snacks. That would be the one thing for me going somewhere, because someone would have more likely brought more snacks that I may or may not have at home. I usually keep fairly good here, but like right now I'm kind of low. I almost need to go to the store. I have a little bit I could eat, but not much, and I don't really have anything to snack on. I got some Red Bulls. Next time I'm up, we'll go to Modest. Yes, absolutely, Justin. Anytime. How many knives do you own? What's up, Switch Shot? I'm pushing 2, 6, 7. We're getting towards 300. I'm going to need to do a count sometime soon. Try not to think about it. Once you start going, it starts getting gnarly. But here we are. Here we are. I usually do custom stuff. Since you just showed up, I did this little custom here. I've been showing off laser mark with the Christmas theme. Lots of different... Oh, here's another laser mark I haven't shown in a while. This little Gerber used to look like this. I put the paisley on that side. Fun little design. I do die projects like this one right here. Gave it the old Joker look. This one cut my leg. Someone wants to buy this one. The only knives out of my collection I usually sell are ones that I either don't like, which is never, hardly. And this one here is, it did cut my leg when I was hanging out with Titanium Justin at Shields. It was in my pocket, in a loose pocket, and went like that. I will buy it. I was there. Ha! I'm surprised someone didn't jump on this. A bunch of people thought it looked cool when I did the die. It turned out nice. It's a fun knife, not too expensive. Got great action. Flicks out good. Trade you your all black one. I can't do anything to an all black one. You say, hey Kenman, why don't you get that CNC up and running, and then maybe you could make some scales for it, and then you could do something with that black one. And I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Ken says, let's go live at Hy-Vee tomorrow shopping for New Year's Eve snacks. Believe it or not, that sounds great. That sounds great. You know, we can trade or something too, Justin. I don't know. You know how to get a hold of me. This is a great knife, though. I'm just, again, surprised. I would probably carry it a little more often if I didn't have this issue where I keep buying more knives and having plenty of knives and carrying a different one every day. Civivi is nice. I've bought quite a few of them. I enjoy them. But yeah, if you really are interested, Justin, we can talk about maybe a trade or a sale for ultra cheap. Narchar, the good old Gunnar, is in the house. Going to showcase any fillet trips or fillet knives on our fishing trip in a few weeks. You know it, Dave. You know it. where I don't even know where the hell I put those. Yep, there it is. No, where? The literal crap. There it is. Speaking of, every year, me and some of my buddies, we go on an ice fishing trip. We're going to be going up in a few weeks. I will be live and doing some videos from up there. But last year, we had a biggest fish contest. Thanks to our bud Tommy. He bought this bad boy, and I won with the walleye that I caught. And so this was our prize last year at our ice fishing extravagance. Fun, nice little, it's got some flex to it. It's a big boy. I did fillet the fish up that we ate that last night with this one here. So I was the big winner last year. Be lucky if I did it again this year. I wanted to talk to Tommy about that though, because hopefully he didn't buy something again. He might have though, but I want to maybe pick something up or talk about that, or don't say anything, Dave. I was thinking about making like a yearly trophy or something. That, you know, like, oh, I won in 2023, and then you can sign it or whatever, and then the next year it passes on, or I don't know. It's fun, especially when you start doing like annual trips with some of your friends. Good times. Good times. What's up, Legion Steel? What are you up to tonight? Justin's got a new Vosteed Blue Martin if anyone's interested. So, Justin, did you get more case knives, or did you just get that? Because I thought you got that stag-handled blue case a couple of days ago, but then you said you just got a different one. Favorite one of all time. All time? That's a twist. What do I think of SOG? Of all the SOGs, I have a Terminus right here. I think the SOG Terminus is a fantastic daily user, D2, good action on it, real easy access, easy use, one-handed, about $50 for that SOG Terminus. That is a quality one right there. I don't have too many other SOGs that I can even find. They make a couple good things though. One hell of a collection. Thank you, Legion. It's okay. It's okay. I've got a lot of interesting stuff. Having fun. Getting some Bowie knives. I need to get more crazy stuff like that. But I'm always interested in new, weird things. I really started getting into the case knives recently. This is a case, small Stockman from 1993. Look at that thing. Look at how nice this looks. This is 31 years old. You can tell on the case knives. Case and buck both have marks on the handle, or on the blade right there, which you can signify what date it is. And so I started getting kind of in that. What's the one I'm carrying today is the Case Peanut. This is kind of a fun one. This one's like 8 years old. In nice shape though. Nice little user. What's up, Leafy? Really like the new Delica PD1. Sharp Guy broke high temp record by 6 degrees today in Austin. 89 degrees. It's been warm here in Minnesota. 30 plus. It's been raining the last couple days. Ken says it's an Aladdin knife. It's Aladdin. It's fun. It's a whole half of a deer's head sticking out the back of that thing. The Aladdin knife. And then the Rambo. Everybody asked about this Rambo knife. It's like, yeah, I got to get a Rambo. Yellow Delron in memory of Randy's WSG even. I like Delron. This one's in the Delron too. That's the Sodbuster Junior. Justin just got a Sodbuster Junior with, I think it's also Delron, but it's kind of more like this. This one's Delron with the brown and the jig cutout. That Sodbuster's pretty nice though. Holy cow. Balmy in New England. Ooh, it's like 30 here. It's still kind of wet. All the ice melted. Didn't do any ice, or not all the ice, all the snow melted. The ice is still on the lake. But there was water on top. Didn't go ice fishing this weekend. Probably go next weekend for sure. Not much on Case since Frost Cutlery bought them out a long time ago. Frost Cutlery bought Case? Frost Cutlery. The cheapo weepos. Do I have any Frost Cutlery? I thought I did. I think this one's a Frost Cutlery. Can't remember. This is a trapper. Just the standard trapper. But I think one of these trappers that I got is from Frost Cutlery. What does that say? In reverse. My carry is a Frost Cutlery. Case is currently owned by Zippo. Randy will be missed. No doubt. Yeah, I thought I had another Frost Cutlery somewhere, but I know they make a lot of cheaper stuff. Justin sent me a pic. I can't look at it right now. I'm streaming on my phone. Mediterranean Blue Bone Jig AOD. Or sod. Is that what that meant? Sod Buster. So you got the Mediterranean Blue one. Do I have an Ulu? What's an Ulu? I guess I don't. Zippo's owned Case for decades now, says James. We have to kind of forgive our grandfathers like Case. I'm just a collector and I'm interested in all different types of knives, and I found a couple of them. This was my Case Muskrat. The reason I picked this one up is because it's got two blades that are exactly the same. Why? Why? Yes. Absolutely. You can walk around like this. How can you not? Back in 93. Speaking of 93, that's when this one's from. 1993. The little small Stockman. I need to get a large Stockman. I think this is a nice little knife, but it's tiny. But they're really nice for that fifth pocket. You know, you got to get up close so you can actually see this. Boop. Anyway, they would sell 50 knives on TV for like $50. Yeah, we've been watching that on Tri-States. I love that Harvester. The knife show is still on and still the same quality, and it's mind-blowing how funny that stuff is. You got more knives of your birth year? No, I don't. The significant knives that I have of dates would be that Case we just looked at from 93. And then I have this Buck 2.110. This is from 1974 to 1979 range. So that's the one thing about the Bucks on that one. When you're looking at that USA 2 dot, it's a 5-year gap that you're looking at there. But I mean, this is a 50-year-old knife basically. If 74, that'd be 50. It could be from 79, which would then be, you know, do the math, 45. But those are really the only significant knives with a date that I know of. Of course, we have my famous, infamous Win from when I was a child. What was the year? The year was back when you could go to a fair or a carnival for the 4th of July. And as a child, without a parent with me, I threw a dart into a balloon and then won this knife right here. Is it high quality? No. It was rusted out. I mean, I rusted it out. I played with it as a kid, beat the crap out of it. You can see the tip has a dent on it. But we did clean it up recently, got all the rust off of there. It actually looks great. Priceless to me. Priceless to me. I'll never get rid of that one. I can remember being in 6th grade running around outside like it's a sword. I bought one of those TV bundle garbage deals. It's such a quality deal. We've got 6 knives right here that are $1 a piece. That is the resale value alone. You could buy these and flip them. That's how cheap they are. And they are cheap. They are down there in the where did I put that box? We went through a box I found. I was digging through my basement and I found a shoe box that actually had some good knives in it. It had this SOG right here. Oh, we were talking about SOGs before. Here's another SOG. This one's actually a really nice one. This is the, what is this called? Ah, crap. Seal Pup. The SOG Seal Pup. I've had this for almost pushing 20 years probably. I think maybe 2007. I think I got it. But the SOG Seal Pup was in that box. My Cricket Stealth First Strike was in that box. A couple of fixed blades that are like mint that I never used for like 19 years. Just got them and they threw into a collection and just sat there and never got any use. That was when I lived in California for a while, so I wasn't really doing a lot of outdoor camping type stuff. Also had the Cold Steel Cool Boon was not in there, but this is from that same era. I saw this, it just looked like that katana and I had to buy it. Ended up never using it, but it's in the collection. But I found this box and it had those other knives and then some that were just literal, you could throw them. You know, you just throw them on the ground. I could care less. They're absolute garbage junk. I wouldn't even really want to use them as a giveaway because they're just, you're giving somebody a low quality. A screw fell out of one after I opened it a couple of times. But, you know, that's kind of what we go through when you're younger. You know, I might have been 20, early 20s or whatever, and you find stuff and you just buy that cheap stuff because at that time you don't know any better and you haven't held a lot of high quality knives in your hand, and so you're getting those cheapos and you just feel fine about it. I mean, before I start getting into the lovely feeling ones, I mean, there was an old me that used to be like, oh, look at that assisted open dragon. Look at how oily that is. $7? Man, of course I'll buy one. Tell me that's not rad. It's kind of rad. They're not great though. I mean, it might get sharp and cut once. Look at the texture on the blade though. I mean, they've gone above and beyond with some of them gas station knives. I tell you what, need another Tops knife. They are badass. I got my imitation Zelda. This was, I found it originally on Temu. We went on a Temu adventure during a live, and then I did not buy it off of Temu. I ended up finding it on Amazon or something instead. But fun little cheapos. There's still a place for some of them. And it's on that section of shelf right there next to my good old... My son bought me a cool neck knife like that for Christmas, but I still love the kid. He'll learn. He'll learn. Sometimes, though, it's something like that, you get it, and it just becomes like this. It holds you, you know. It's good. This is my new favorite, though. The Kizer Hawk. Action on this thing is lightning fast. Drops like it just... flicks out, just dreamy flipper tab. that snap echo, boom, plus the DLC coated M390 and the titanium with those micro milling lines on it. Look at that. Oof. Sick. I have a Kabar Slingshots. I should check that one out. I've kind of looked at the Kabars. What is their base model one? They've got that Kabar. It's the basic folder. Thought about picking that one up. What do you mean by combat knives? Something like this? Or probably more something like this? Double-edged? Serrate? I mean, any knife could be technically a combat knife. This one. Jim Wagner reality-based blade. That thing is a sticker. No problem. Got a couple Squid Industries, and the next one should be in a couple days. Are you liking it so far, Bando? This is my first Squid Industries right here. I am a novice, but I am working on it. And we will get somewhere, just not super fast. Oh, geez. God damn. I'm going to probably stream a couple times like, oh, we're going to learn some tricks today. Here is a drop over. Here is a simple one swing open. Boom, boom. I'm enjoying my Mako V5 though. It's nice. Feels good. I suck, as you can see, but I'm getting somewhere. We're doing stuff. We're going to practice. It's going to be fun. I look forward to learning some more skills. I'm going to try to watch a couple videos, like at least one or so every day, and maybe look at a trick and just kind of start working on it every day or two and kind of advance without, you know, cutting off a finger at the same time. But that's what's nice is it's the trainer. So it is not sharp. I've got that bottle opener on there. Haven't taken any of the weights out. I just left the weights in there. But it's nice and solid. No play, no tap. It's solid. So we have that going for it. I'm kind of working on these underside moves. Which is fun because you can then catch it this way. I will practice and hopefully advance and not break my knuckles over and over trying to do it. Zenith Bali trainers are very nice and $60. I'm going to type that one down. Let me type that up quick. Zenith. I'm always interested in recommendations. Especially on the channel when it's knives. That's where I get a lot of my stuff that I didn't know about that someone brings up. Mick mentioned, I mean, I knew about the Flytanium arcade, but I didn't know that they were half price. And then Mick came in and was like, ooh, half price sale on that Flytanium arcade. What did I just say? Did I say something different, Mick? Probably. But the arcade is a great knife. It's a couple $100 for the knife. I wanted one. It was on my list. It ended up coming in second because I bought the DVO Tall Boy right when it came out. That's the one I'm carrying today. And so I got the DVO. Did I get the Tall Boy first, or I might have got the Premium Pony Stout first? Actually, I think it was. I bought this. And then the tall, I was like, oh, DVO, yes, I'm on board. Very happy with this one. And then, boom, it was the Tall Boy was getting ready to come out. And so I waited and And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to go with the tall boy instead of the arcade. And what was the other one that was on there? The Mannix 2, I think, was another one on the list. And boom, it went on sale. I was there right when they started, and I picked one up. They went out of stock in 30 minutes. I'm glad that's what I ended up getting. And Mick, it did break in quite nicely, as you can, well, there I missed. Yeah, the more you use it, it was stiff out of the box, but I also, it was a new knife. And so I was holding it like this to open it. And I was literally putting my finger right next to that lock. The lock drops down, and so you go like this. And if your finger's in that way, it kind of prevents it. It kind of stops it. And so I was getting these kind of half opens. And now I know, oh, I just moved my finger just a little bit out of the way. I don't blame you. I respect you. I cheer for you. I praise thee on Almighty for reminding me of an amazing sale that I could not say no to. It was on my list. It was on my list for that the next time I had nothing else that I was going for, that it got me any more excited for that price range, and then I would buy it. But now I have one, and I plan on getting all the, they have all these extra bells and whistles and combinations and customizations that I'm probably going to pick up a few. Mock me. I was so happy to hear about it. Like, as soon as he said, like, oh yeah, arcades are on sale, I was like, what? Say again? What was that? Excuse me, what? Where? Boom. Just move your hand on the CJRB. I don't have a CJRB on the table, do I? I don't see any CJRBs on the table. Which CJRB? They are all right here. To avoid getting cut. So you're talking about these two nasties right here. The CJRB Pyrite Light. The only way I close it is like this. I got two of them. This one's soon to be a different color, and we're cutting the tip. We're slimming that down. We are going to give that a shape more. Whoa, wow, epic fail. More like that. We're bringing it down blunt-wise. And I'm excited for it. I need to remember to do that. Then I'll probably end up giving this one away at some point. Or maybe I'll love the fact that I did the cut down on the slim down on the tip, and I'll do it on the other one. Have I given any Luft designs a try? Luft. That sounds familiar, but I don't know. Luft designs. Putting squares around everything today so I can remember to look at them later. That's going to be cool. I hope so, bud. Arkansas toothpick knives. That sounds familiar too. Luft Concepts. That probably will help. Arkansas toothpick. Is that like a slip joint type of a deal? That's what that reminds me of. Arkansas toothpick. I've seen the toothpick knife where it's, in a way, it's similar to this muskrat, where it's like that. It's really long, kind of a slender knife. Arkansas toothpicks are tiny with colorful wooden handles. I'll check that out. That sounds fun. Luft is behind me at Blade, but they're always sold out before I get a chance to turn around. What? You gonna be at Bladeshow Texas? I'm gonna be at Bladeshow Texas. Who wants to meet up at Bladeshow Texas? Rose gold. If If you want to get a pyrite, get the Bowie pyrite, bro. Skip the pyrite light. Get an elite pyrite. You'll never cut yourself on it. That much is true. That much is true. So, anybody notice my little stand? Let me set these down so I can show off my 3D print. My 3D print that turned into a potentially, maybe I might make something out of wood instead. The Bowrite. I like that, the Bowrite. What's the best way I may be overlooking for more channel views? Like, should I get on the knife tube list? You want to get more views on your channel, Bando Picks. Do this. This. Vertical lives. Do this. When I started doing vertical lives, my numbers started going up significantly more. You get pushed to a different audience, a newer audience. YouTube seems to like pushing it. So you get more views, you get more numbers. If you haven't done any vertical lives, that's what I would try first. But you got to post. That's kind of the thing, is you get consistent with posting, post a live, post a video, post some shorts, try to be consistent, do it regularly. I mean, I post a full-length video every day and a shorts, or 1 or 2 shorts every single day. I go live a couple of times a week. I've been going about a year and a half, and I have about 7,400 subscribers. So it's a lot of work. I'm going to turn this down so it's not constantly getting us. A couple of my group texts are starting to blow up a little bit. More shorts would help for sure. Travis got 100% handmade Damascus steel blade, olive wood handle. Sounds fun. James Fang says Blade Show should be fun this go around. I'm excited. Remind me when we're getting close, but we'll definitely meet up. I'll pocket check you for sure. I'm going to film a lot. If you haven't seen any, I went to Bladeshow Texas last year. You can kind of see me a little 10 months ago in my more novice time. I'm still a novice. I'm always learning. You never... I'm retired. I have the time. There you go. There you go, Bando. You just got to keep at it, I think, most of the part. I need to change my shorts. Hog's not huge. Everyone needs huge. Give me some huge. Oh, that's fun. I got to go to Texas here in a couple days to get 3 horses and see your family. That sounds good. Hanging out with family and picking up a couple horses. Nice. Probably saw you pass by. I'm at the Latama table. We should go back and watch all the footage. I have a couple of videos where I just kind of walked around aimlessly. It was overwhelming. It was my first Blade show, so I mean, I was there a good half hour before I realized I'm like, what? I don't even know where I'm going. Or you know, like, yeah, there's just everything there, but it's like you walk in, it's like, okay, there's just so much stuff. It's overwhelming. I'm looking at this table and then this table, and I'm standing at Civivi, and I'm like, woo! You got to kind of soak it in for a minute, especially if you've never been. It's like a kid in the candy store of knives, and you're surrounded by all your people. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. James, I will go to the Latama table and meet up with you. For sure. What's up, Boo? How you doing? Thomas McDonald, I know YouTube pushes verticals, but they are not great for viewing. Yeah. Yeah. They're not great because everything's backwards too. My shirt's backwards. I hold up the box, it's backwards. I try to show you a logo on a knife, like, oh, look at my Kizer, and it's backwards. I have to use the camera on the other side of my phone if I want it to not be backwards, because YouTube doesn't give you that option to do the mirror. It lets you switch between your cameras, but it doesn't let you do a mirror. So it doesn't matter what your settings are on your phone, what phone you have. If you go vertical live with the selfie facing camera, you get backwards like this. I message them, I ask them questions. They do not have the solution because it is not an option. I did film one where I had the camera turned around and I used the other side, which you're like, well, yeah, just use the other side. Well, the problem is if you want to read the chat, well, the chat's on the screen, which is on the other side. So now I can't see the chat. I can't see if I'm holding something up here. I'm holding it over there off the camera. So it's like, well, why would you, you know? Cool, I'll save you some swag. Well, you don't have to do that, James, but I mean, I will make a point to come see you at the table and we will film a little thing if you're so inclined to do so. I love doing the interviews and kind of showcasing products at the booths. So if you'd like to do that, we can do that for sure. Or if you just want me to stop by and just say hi, I do that too. But I'm going to film a bunch of stuff. Give everyone who doesn't get to go that first class treatment, what it's like to be at Bladeshow. Come along for the ride, you know. I've never been, but when we get out a few more kids, we are going. Just got to push those kids out a couple more years. Just get them out of the house. All right, I'm taking the weekend off. We're going to go look at knives. You also got to monitor where you are. Keep your face and everything out of the chat area. It's a must to look at the camera, right? I haven't looked at the camera as much. I've been reading the chat more. And then I've got it. I set it up. What I did is, because I can do it backwards, and I got my tablet right up here on a tripod, so I can use that to see some chat and stuff. But the problem is it's on a delay. So if I go like that with my hand right now, we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and there's my hand. So it's like 6 seconds behind where we are right now. What kind of tablet tripod? Well, it's just, well, I mean, I have a Galaxy Ultra phone, and then I have the Galaxy tablet, and it's just on like a camera tripod. Give me a second here. So here we are live on just that standard tripod. There's my tablet with the live, and so I've got that set up right here. So it's literally just off the camera, but I can use that as a bigger chat. And what's nice is because when I'm on just my phone, I only can see the last 3 bando pics, and that's it. And if I look on there, I can see the last 15 chat messages. So it's much easier to see the chats, not miss them as they're going by. Not that my chat goes super fast, but when you have tons of them, it's just, you don't have that chance. You also, what kind of, so yeah, I don't know exactly what tablet it is. It's the Galaxy 9 tablet, or I don't know what it is. Cash UGC just changed your logo. You can change your logo, but it's not your pic. It's not your avatar pic. It's the actual logo. Go check out Cash EDC's new logo. Is it up on your page? But yeah, it totally helps for this. I would still love to be able to reverse the camera though. I mean, it's not professional. They want you to vertical live, but they give you no physical way to mirror your camera. And my phone does have an option that's like, oh, if you're using your selfie cam, save everything not mirrored. I do my shorts facing at me, not mirrored, and you watch my pocket check, my daily pocket checks, they're not mirrored, and I film them the exact same way, but I film it and save it and then upload it. I don't have to reverse it. It automatically reverses it for me on the phone, but I don't have that option when you go live. I can push this button and I can turn it to my other camera, but I can't take this camera and mirror it, which I've been talking about it a lot lately on lives because it's frustrating. I just want this to be forward. I want to be able to read, be able to have people read things, but they are successful. I do the vertical lives and I get way more views. I've been doing my standard live Thursday nights, 6 p.m. Central. I'm on my computer. I have my OBS studio. We're horizontal. We can bring up different pages on the internet, look things up, check out people's Instagram, a lot of interaction and fun. Every week when you could go on my channel and look, but all those Thursday lives, I usually get between 300 and 600 views. Okay. I can do a vertical live for an hour. Those are like 3-hour lives, and people watch them over time. Like a month later, a few more people will watch them, but they still get between 300 and like 600 views. I can do a vertical live for an hour or two and get anywhere from 6,000 to 20,000 views and gain like 20 or 30 subscribers. So they really push it out to a different group of people. You get a lot of people in the chat you got to work on and fix and monitor, but you also get growth, which is nice. I'd like to get a little bit larger so I can relax a little bit more into it. I feel like once you have a good following, it seems to help push it out, because I have some videos that I think are fantastic that still don't get out to the world. And then I have one that I don't really care about, and it seems to push that. So it's interesting how the algorithm works. I heard driving gets views as well. It's your avatar pic, the one you can see right over there. Okay, so that's the new one. I can't see exactly what it is. Nice wood with a knife leaning against something. My stats on my vertical aren't bad for a small channel. Do I have any good knives? 8CR13 MOV. To know 100% for sure, it's tough to remember all of them, but I know several of my Sen Cuts. I don't think they say, do they? Sen Cut doesn't say. But I think if you're looking for some 8CR, one of the companies that has some that I like, Gnarly Charlie, is Sen Cut. This is the Sen Cut Crowley. I'm not sure which one of these do have 8CR, but I know some of them do. Some of them have 9, or they all are 9CR. So they're actually a step up from the 8CR. So maybe I'm wrong. What's that one say? Can't read that. It's there. Yeah, 9CR18. So maybe he is right. Sen Cut Bront. The Sen Cut Bront is pretty cool though, right? Front flipper. Crazy looking razor look. Does flick out nice too. Yeah, now that I think about it, a lot of them might be 9CR. I know I have some that are 8CR for sure. But yeah, if you don't have any Sen Cuts, there are some nice knives. I mean, this is the Sen Cut Bront. I showed you that Crowley, the Serene, button lock Serene. Every style flicks out really nice. Got that aluminum on there. Solid, big, beefy knife. The Watauga. I have dueling Wataugas. Oh, wrong hand. There we go. I got one for the left and one for the right. That Sen Cut Watauga. I think it's discontinued though. You might not even be able to get that one anymore. Want the Waxahachie fixed. I did a gnarly Charlie. I did a custom Waxahachie. I bought one and then I did a dye project and one side was orange and the other side was green. So we did both scales a different color and then I sent that one out. So I had it for like a week or two. But that Waxahachie fixed is a nice, definitely a nice knife. The Watauga is awesome. I actually had 3 Wataugas at one time. I did a custom and I think it was a giveaway. Yeah, it was. It was like, I think it was like 4K giveaway or something. Here's a nice budget Sen Cut. I can't remember what this one's called. This is like a $30 Sen Cut though. What does that one say? Also 9CR. So I guess Sen Cut is more 9CR than I thought. For some reason I thought some of them were 8CR. The way he says Watauga makes my jorts tighten up. And if it's multiple, it's still this is my theory when I had several. I was like, when you have one Watauga, it's Watauga. When you have 2, you have 2 Watauga. 3 Watauga. It's not Wataugas. I have 3 Watauga. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. What's up, Ron Dobbins? Smash that thumbs up. Do we have any thumbs up going on? 50. We got more thumbs up than people in here, so that's a bonus. That is a bonus win. I got a little bit. KC's going on really soon here. Anybody, what has everybody got going on tonight? You guys go watch KC, you go listen to some kazoos over with Rob, or do you have other plans entirely? I need to film a couple more videos, finish a couple shipwrecks, and start another project. I got some fun stuff going on. Ty and KC, for sure. Rye Ty. Football. Bando Pic's got to film some shorts. Sometimes it's crazy how that works too. I've spent time on shorts that I thought were going to do well and they didn't. And then I had like sometimes like a less than a 10-second short can crush. Absolutely crush. I got stopped on my way home. I went the wrong way and ended up behind, like I got stopped in front of the train. I was like, oh, here's a train. And so I was like, oh, now I got to sit here, wait for this train forever. And so I was like, all right, let's film a video quick. So I grabbed my phone and I'm like, all right, boom. And then I was like, oh, there's the end of the train. Like, oh, shoot. And so then I just stopped. I hit stop on my phone. I set the knife down, drove off. I got home. And then I was like, oh, I made that. I'll just post it. It was like a 7-second video. Stopped by the train, opened the knife once. Color was bad. It was dark. It was in my car. Posted it. And it just got thousands and thousands of views like that. Like, I don't know if it was because it said trains or what, but it was weird. Ron, what are you doing for New Year's? I don't know yet. I haven't heard if my buddies are really doing anything. If they are, I may go hang out with a few of them on a chill kind of a party, or I might just come home and hang out, or I might come home and go live. I might get together with Ken Fixed and go run around Hy-Vee and go live at Hy-Vee. That'd be chaos. I like Rob, but I can't stand the kazoo. I agree. No offense to the Rob, but it seems a lot of, it gets old. Any of the sounds and stuff, not to pick on anyone specific, so I won't say names, but I know some where it's like they have background music on, and like if the background music has like a loop of like 30 seconds or whatever, after it loops a few times, I just can't, I get sick of it. You know what I mean? And so if it's not too long and it starts to loop, it's like, ugh, I don't want to hear it loop again, but you can't turn it down, So to me, this is the style. No music, just me. If I can't think of anything to say and I'm awkward pause, then I'm awkward pause. But I get by. So let's show this quick before I leave. I printed this on my 3D printer. It's a multi-piece. I popped it together. But it is a little stand. Notice one side is regular. The other side will accept like a pocket clip. So if you take your knife, boom, clip on one side. You put the clip on the side with the more grooves like that, and the knife sits flat on there like so. You get another one. Well, actually, the clip is weird on that one. Boom. Boom. And then even if the clip is on the other side, you can still put it on there. But then you get, this one's maybe too small. But see, that's the thing. This is a universal setup. But look at that little rack. So I can get, I'm thinking about, doing something like this, where I can put that up on my shelf, and then you'll be able to see more knives at the same time. Thing is, though, is it's going to be this wide. And when you lay the 4 knives down, they take up about the same amount of space. Actually, it's about 3. So I'm really, if I were to put shelves like that all the way across there, I'd be able to have 4 knives in the space that I would usually have about 3. So I would be able to get more knives on the shelf, but the shelf's already pretty much full. I'm trying to find a way I can expand it, make it hold more. I'm not sure if this is the solution. Maybe it is, because if I put this up here, Buck 119, can't not show it if I grab it, right? But if I put this up here, boom, right? Now that light is hitting it pretty hard right now, but I could change the lighting angles a little bit. But that way I could put 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and I could add a bunch to that top layer. Ron says if I go live New Year's, he'll watch. I might. I don't know. Sometimes I like living in the moment and not deal, just relaxing, having a good time. But I might go live. With his membership increasing in numbers, he's not able to keep up playing the kazoo. He's losing his oxygen. It's something. It's something. I've been using, not to, how do I say this? It's not negative at all, but in a way, I kind of used Rob's channel as a, I don't know what you call it, like a guide, or Rob always had about 1,000 more than me. Like when I was at 4,000 subscribers, he was at 5,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? And then I was like, okay, I'm at 4,500. Where's Rob at? And he was at like 5,500. And so it's like I always kind of used him like, okay, well, he's on a lot. He has a lot of subscribers. He gets a lot. There's a difference between Rob and me in that he does that kazoo, right? And people say they're turned off by it. But the thing is you go to his lives and you start counting his donations. Boom, donation. Boom, subscriber. Boom, donation. Boom, donation. Boom, donation. Subscriber. He's crushing it. He's really doing it, right? And so I saw it. It was like, okay, well, he's a inspiring channel that I can kind of watch and look up to and kind of see his numbers and then see my numbers and be like, okay, if I'm kind of keeping up with him, I feel like then maybe I'm doing something right. Titanium Justin's using me as a way to do it. That's funny. Keep going, bud. Where I'm getting at here is not to rag on Rob at all, because again, some people are like, that kazoo bugs you, but he gets these subscribers, more subscribers. I don't know how many subscribers he has, but I bet he has a lot compared to mine. He gets a lot more donations compared to my last. See, I'm not asking for donations, but what I noticed is I was at 4, he was at 5. I was at 45, he's at 55. I was at 5, he's at 55. Well, I don't know where he's at now, but I passed him. I was like 1,000 behind him for a while, and then I started doing some vertical lives in the last month or whatever. I had a really good month, and now I have more subscribers than Rob does. And again, I'm not trying to talk like I'm all high and mighty. I'm not. I have a lot of work I can improve on for sure, but he makes it happen. He's making money. He's doing good. I managed to get my numbers to bump up higher than his, but he still crushes it. He's absolutely killing it. You go watch his live tonight and you will see. Much respect for the guy, no doubt. But I won't be doing the kazoos. I won't be having the background music unless I find something that's very light, that's very non-repetitive. Then I could maybe consider trying it at some time. I like your channel because you're laid back and easy to talk to. I appreciate that. I try to be as chill and relaxed and open as possible about everything. And I know that I might have more knowledge on some things than other people, but there are a lot of people that have a lot more knowledge on things than I do. And whenever I get into something, I try to be, as far as like open. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Justin. Make me feel like now I'm fishing for... I'm not. I appreciate it, though. Give some love right there. Definitely no kazoo, Kenman. Can't stick around, guys. Gotta go. Me too, boo. No owl sounds. Yeah, the sounds don't work when you're not in OBS Studio. And so when I'm doing a vertical live off my phone right here, there is no... I don't know how to set up alerts or anything like that to get spoken or anything like that. I don't even know if that's an option. I know that you can set up a vertical live on your studio. I thought about trying that, but I'm not. Ryan, is that all you got to do? You just start talking about it and then people start giving donations. I'm good. I appreciate you guys, though. Thank you, Brian, for the $2. It was, if you guys watch, Tri-State kills it too. I mean, he's got a lot more subscribers. He's at 17,000, pushing 18,000 subs right now. He's got a lot of fun content. And man, he gets some crazy donations once in a while. It's pretty cool to see. It's nice. I would do the same. I try to, I have some so I'm subscribed to several channels. I try to give it out. I try to give some donations here and there when I can. It's always nice. If I was rich, I would be just throwing it at everybody all the time. It's fun helping people out, and it helps you. It gets you positive, gets you going, motivates you. Especially when people say they like stuff that I'm doing. I will still stay humble. I will still always say that I'm learning. That's what I was talking about. Like when I do custom projects, I always ask for advice. I try to show you everything that I do so that if you want to try it yourself, I can help kind of guide and teach, even if I don't know the exact way. But like with the shipwrecks, I've been doing a lot of experimenting, kind of being open about how I do it and try to share with people, learn from people, absorb things from others. It's fantastic. I just want to say I'm watching you for a while now. You got to shipwreck copper. Have you tried brass? I have. I don't have too many examples. This one is brass right here. So I have done 3 of these little Rough Rider lockbacks. This one is in brass. Colors turned out kind of subtle. Really fun, but not a lot of bright blues on that one. If you want to see, I just did another one. It was hanging to dry, but look at all the blues on there. So this one is also brass. I've done several copper, several brass. I did just recently get this Apta. Listen to the sound. So awesome. But I got the Apta in copper, and I just ordered the Apta in brass. So I'm going to get both the brass and the copper ones. We're going to put them side by side, compare and contrast. I'm going to make a bigger container so that I can shipwreck them all together so they are in the same kind of an environment. And we'll see what the difference is. See what we get that's different. But listen to that. Huh! The Apta. VG10 on the steel and copper on the handle on this one. The Shipwreck is going to be really fun. I'm excited. Looking forward to it. It's definitely a good feeling when people like what you're doing. For sure, Paul. Paul does some cool stuff. Paul, I need to send you something maybe, huh? Man, my phone is blowing. I'm so glad I turned the volume off. They are blowing up my chat right now. I want to send you something, but I don't know if I should put a pyrite light in a Vosteed or a Vosteed in a pyrite box. That's what it's about. This community is great. We learn about each other, things that people like, don't like. We make little jokes like Justin's doing. Super fun. Super fun. It is the same process, Alan. Sorry I'm all over the place right now. But the brass and the copper are essentially the same. They both will take, I think the brass is going to give you more lighter things. Like see this one here? It's a little bit lighter greens and softer kind of yellows and blues. I think the brass is going to give you more of that. Oh, my phone's getting ready to die. I'm going to have to end it. And then the copper is going to give you more of these darker colors, the greens and the caramely colors and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing so far. I will experiment with some more. My phone is about to die. I don't have my charger with me. I was going to get out of here. Everyone go check out Casey and Rob. Thanks for hanging out. I might go live tomorrow night. Stay tuned. If I do, maybe I'll make a post, let everyone know about it if you're interested. Happy New Year's otherwise. Stay sharp. We'll see y'all soon.